that's amore. When the world seems to shine like you've had too much wine, that's amore. When the moon hits your eye.
So what happened with my dad's car is he was taking the dog to be groomed, and he was already at the curb. Just, you know, the motor was running and he was at the curb, and I don't know if the dog jumped in his lap or what happened. There was some confusion at that point, but he was at the curb and he stepped on the wrong pedal and he jumped the curb and smashed into that building. Maybe it was his foot, because he has some nerve problems with his foot. Maybe it was the Alzheimer's and he forgot which pedal it is. It really doesn't matter. Obviously, he was in no mental or physical shape to be driving, and you know, thank God nobody was injured. It shook him up, and to his credit, he's considerate enough to others, he's thoughtful enough to others to not want to jeopardize anyone else's safety, and he doesn't want to jeopardize his own safety, so he just voluntarily relinquished his license. But I know at the caregivers meetings, this is a common topic, and people really resent having to give up their license. And the loved ones' caregivers, they're usually the spouse, just doesn't want to take the brunt of that resentment. And so here's two things that you can do. One, you can talk to your loved one's doctor. Tell them that you don't think the person should be driving anymore, and let the doctor be the one who submits the request to the DMV to be tested. If the doctor actually interacts with the DMV, then the person living with Alzheimer's will have to be tested again, specifically because of the Alzheimer's diagnosis or the dementia diagnosis, and see if they can pass a test. What that will mean is that the person living with Alzheimer's will then resent the DMV, won't resent the caregiver, and that's what we want.
When the world seems to shine like you've had too much wine, that's amore.
In the Harvard Health Publishing, it says, as Alzheimer's progresses, for instance, a patient may have trouble remembering how to get somewhere, or may become confused, such as stopping at a green light or stepping on the gas pedal instead of the brake, which is exactly what happened with my dad. And again, we don't know if it was physical or if it was cognitive, but what's the difference? I mean, it's a real and present danger either way. The second way to go about getting the license revoked is to submit a form to the DMV. You don't have to tell your loved one living with Alzheimer's that you're doing this. Gee, how did they find out about it? The procedure and the diagnosis. You have to be a little bit creative in dealing with a person with Alzheimer's. That's creativity to alleviate stress for everyone and to facilitate a more joyous life for everyone. One thing I try to keep in mind is that everybody wants to have a sense of dignity and pride, and so it's really important for me to try and protect my dad's sense of pride. You can tell little stories or dance around creatively in order to protect that other person's pride and not embarrass them, all the better.